off he goes. He's doing well. He's got 22 minutes. Hey, we got 22 minutes to do things. So mowing that field is going to take an absolute age. But it is what it is. Try and avoid the hedgerow, and looks like I'm a couple of rows too far. So let's jump in the Axiom and take a look around. We have things, we have switches, we have warning signs. It is a nice tractor. And I'm missing bits. Oh, indeed. Still missing bits. Yeah, that's probably as far back as I need to go. Yes. Don't do tractor tours while you're trying to do precision work on the field unless you have GPS engaged. That would be a good plan. But we're good for now. I need to take a sip of tea. So I'm hoping by the end of the day, we've got an interesting situation. I did pay off that small loan that we took out last week for whatever it is we bought. Oh, that might have been the merge and some other things. We sold off a few things, we bought a few things, we changed a few things around. And the planter, we bought the merge and the planter. So I did take out a small $50,000 or pound loan. That got paid off with the income from the silage. But I have taken out a £75,000 loan to cover this tractor. And the payoff amount for our oldest £100,000 loan is lower than the payoff amount for our latest loan. So if we do make £75,000, I will probably pay off the oldest loan. I've checked the price of the grass fields over there, and they are still very, very expensive. I think the cheapest field around here is the one behind those trees, the nearest one behind those trees. It's an arable field. It's June. There's nothing I can do about arable fields in June. So it's not, there's no point me paying money for it because it's just going to sit fallow for the year. But it's, as I said, it's currently the cheapest field in the area. I think a couple of fields over towards the exports sell point are fairly cheap as well. One of them is about double price at the moment, so not so interested in buying it. But what I really want are the grass fields around our... Oh, missed. Lifted it too early. The grass fields around our main farmyard. That will give us more grass, more income per 3 months. And so, you know, as we get the farm working, those fields will create income for us. Eventually, when I've got enough money to buy a cow shed and some cows, we're going to be using our silage for feed. for right now, this is really our farm. Oh, hi squirrel. I haven't seen any rabbits lately. Don't know what rabbits do at this time of year, but the preponderance of rabbits we have running around during the summer, I haven't seen any for a week or two now. Squirrels are all out, doing squirrely things. Haven't seen the deers this week either. Oh no, one ran across the road the other day on its own, so we assume it's misplaced the rest of its herd. And then, yeah, that's all a thing. I was a little bit worried because this field is growth stage 2, but I did check first thing this morning that it wasn't requiring narrow tyres to work it. And because it wasn't requiring narrow tyres, I also made the assumption that I could probably run a weeder over it without ripping up the crop. Although we were very tenuous starting out, just in case. But yeah, for corn on this calendar, we seem to go from growth stage 0 to growth stage 2, so that it's going to be ready to harvest at the appropriate time. The other field, of course, we ploughed it because it needed to be ploughed. Previous crop was root crops. We didn't plant any grass in it when we bought it, so there are no weeds on the other cornfield. I was taken aback when I saw there's no weeds. Why not? Oh, we ploughed it, yes. And we used a proper plough rather than a subsoiler or anything else like that. So using a proper plough will eliminate any chance of weeds the following year. That does mean if I'm going to do the grass, corn alternation every single year, I'm probably just going to want to slap grass in this field in spite of the fact it needs ploughed, and leave, just take what comes. At least it's going to increase my grass silage supply in spring at first cut, and then we will use a regular plough to plough the grass in, resetting the needs ploughed state, and plant the corn, which would then eliminate the need to have a weeder. Unfortunately, I wasn't thinking about that, and we do need to deal with these weeds right now, so I have a need. Also, we'll probably end up getting a direct drill at some point for cereal crops, and when we do that, that will necessitate having a hoe. So we're good with, we're going to need this equipment anyway, is basically what I'm saying. Now, I did miss some grass patches along this edge of the field. And Patchwork, good morning, welcome to Saturday's stream. And yes, the mod that I'm running still reports that it's November. I wonder what November's going to bring. Is it going to say October? Or is it going to say December? In which case, is it going to blow up in December because it does, the index number of the month array is wrong? I could change it from being long form dates to 14/10/2023 or something like that. That's an option on the mod. And hopefully it will read 10. as with anything, I would expect it to be taking system, clock and calendar, or system, clock and calendar for its inputs. Most applications do that these days. In fact, even back in the 1990s, there were applications that would show you the date or check the date and time, and it would use your system date and time. Nothing to stop you changing your system date and time and then seeing what happened. This day and age, because we're connected to the internet and operating systems tend to do automatic updates, I'm not sure changing your, making it Wednesday next week temporarily so you can do something because an application says you can't do that till Wednesday. And I have had that in the past. Well, not specifically Wednesday, but I'm sure as soon as it looks on the internet it's going to say, that's not the date. I need to change that for you. Yeah, back when I ran my own company, the accounting software I used closed weeks on Sundays. But once I'd finished working at a client site on Friday, I wanted to print off my invoices, but I can't print off my invoices until the week's closed, and I can't close the week until Sunday. Any time on Sunday, not, you have to do it a Sunday night. It was any time on Sunday. I could get up Sunday morning and close off the week. And it's sort of, no, I don't want to get up on Sunday and do work. I want to get home on Friday, close off the books and relax over the weekend. And someone suggested, why don't you just change the date on your computer? From that point onwards I did. I completely overlooked that as an option, but I got home on Friday, I changed the date on the computer to Sunday, I closed off the week, it allowed me to because it says, oh yeah, that's a Sunday. We can do that. I printed off all my invoices and then I closed the week and closed the software and basically didn't turn it on until the following week after Monday morning, maybe, not usually. So I just didn't turn that application back on, reset the date back to the date and time it actually was, and got around things that way. As I said, not sure that's so easy in this day and age when you don't have that. Where am I going to keep this piece of equipment? I don't know. So that whole job pushed us down to 95%. So 5% at, call it 25 hours, half the most extreme age you can make a vehicle. I think I might put this over here. I really need some more sheds. Okay, tractor's good. Oh, I don't have a bay to store this thing in. Well, that's sad. How's the other two doing? One of them is, the Valtra is about 2 minutes from completing. The Deutz is 3 minutes from completing. I could go and do the really laborious thing and just try and pick up hay without rowing a field. It would get the work done. It's already 11 o'clock. Let's go and check in the other two first. This is on the last headland, so I might need to take over here. I'll sit with the Valtra for a few minutes. Yeah, I'll turn that off. So he's pulled up there, and he's going to try and face plant into the hedge to our right. That's not the bestest of things. And what I wish they would do is just do this instead. Let that turn a little bit too close. So if it comes down the edge to here and stops there, and I think it's a function of whether you've got equipment leading or equipment trailing. I think with some of the other mowing systems, you might have a problem because you have a single mower at the front and a twin at the back, so it just can't handle anything very well. But see, I could position here and go, and this will just run down this edge of the field and be absolutely fine until it gets to that bottom corner again. But our Valtra's stuck, or Deutz is stuck. So turn that off. And it's always these sharp corners. If I don't, the problem is if I don't do sharp corners, it has issues with leaving patches of uncut grass or whatever. Last waypoint, nearest waypoint. Cool. I mean, maybe with a mower, what I could do is just make it do a single headland and leave it be, and do round corners. It seems to be coping with the middle of the field okay. So I'm not going to bother doing a reverse track on this because we just want to go in here. Or not. No, we don't want to go in there. What the heck is that for? Is that for a sheep farm? Possibly. We want to go. That's I see. Okay, it's a little bit more further than I thought it was going to be. So we're stuck at 14 miles an hour because I'm in reverse. Then once this field's done, we have one more field to mow, and then we'll be on to the other stuff. So let me try that. We are going to do one headland. Sharp, round, or smooth. I've never tried round. Let's do a 2 headland round. And generate. And we are already 69%. The tractor needs repair. I've already repaired it. Before I started any of the mowing this morning, I repaired it, and that's getting to be an issue for the Valtra now. Oh well. First waypoint. Go. So you've finished. Yeah, I guess that's outside the bounds of the field. So, I can follow this track down to the road, but I think I'm going to take a left turn at the road, which will take me to the yard that those two fields are supported by. Actually, you know what? I might be able to turn left here. Yes, and get out onto the main road, or at least the farm track that runs approximately parallel with the main road. This should be a shorter route. I also haven't looked to see where all the contracts need to be sold at, because that might limit our ability a little. Okay. Looks like there's a farm track just on the left here, which is rather convenient. And this should take us right into the yard here. Haven't added any new mods to the playthrough this week. I was considering the meat factory mod, which increases income from especially things like pigs. And using Maize Plus, pigs don't make any money. So that would be a plan. So let's do that round 2 and generate. Back, cancel back. Looks like we are starting at the far end. There was also a new mod either late yesterday or early this morning. I think it was late. Well, I can't say for definite. I checked early in the morning. There didn't seem to be any new mods yesterday. But Mod Hub did have a couple of new mods. There's a flatbed trailer with a grabby thing to pick up pallets and what have you, or bales or big bags. Let's check you. You're doing your thing. Okay, you're doing your thing. Grab the loading wagon. Probably not going to use it right now. What I might end up doing is taking over one of the contract job or one of the worker jobs for a while, and then we can put the Valtra on rowing. We don't need the Deutz for anything at that point. And I shouldn't really go out this way yet, we don't own these fields, but it is what it is. So, he's stuck there. We could now, with a tractor this size, get a bigger one of the loading wagons too. If I just use this for carting, it will work out a lot better. I'm going to leave these running. Let's go look at what's available at the store, because we haven't yet today. Great trailer, the multi-liquid, what is that? Salt shaker. There's milk, water, and the liquid fertilizer and herbicide. There's one of those. As I said, we don't need one of those right at the moment. Though we haven't got one of those. I think we got the Glenleathann version of one of those. That's the Black Sheep hook lift. Manure trailer for orchards and vineyards. Big giant one of those. There is a telehandler. Not the one I want, but you know, as I want a telehandler, I mean, it would work for us. Helianthus header for a big harvester. That's what we've got. Another one of those. That's a shallow cultivator. What's the work width on that? It's 250 horsepower. I could actually run that now, 7.5 meters. That is a header trailer for something. We've already got one of these. Kind of useful for bringing stuff back from the store. A sugar beet header, a sprayer. Again, yeah, it's something I could get, and then I could spray stuff and herbicide stuff. So Volvo, really don't. It's 140 horsepower. It's not a bad tractor. I just don't need that. Horsch Maestro. This was a nice thing. 9,000. It's not a direct drill, but it does have huge tanks. I'm hoping for seed as well. The downside was it's 350 horsepower. Now that we've got the Claas Axion, this would work on our tractors. We couldn't haul it behind the U-Haul. That's a snowblower. We've got one of those. Oh, that's new. I haven't seen that one yet. There's an electric forklift. Actually, not so much a forklift as it is. Actually, I think we have these in our warehouse at work. Real world work. I don't. Oh, and it comes with a GPS. Oh, that is just so yes. And then there's the big giant. Don't need a big giant. Oh, this has GPS. I could actually do this with GPS. Get jobs done quicker. Still, this is almost done. What am I looking at here? Valtra is 4.5 minutes. Now the nice thing is as soon as we've done this field, we are going to be driving past the store. So I'll nip into the store, I'll get the tractor refurbished slightly, which is probably a little unfortunate because it's going to cost us a bit. It's going to cost us quite a serious bit, I think. We'll probably be up close to £4,000 fixing this. Not that we're worried.